Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make the first hunting related thing, and today we're going to try to make a video about my mobile hunting setup. So this is my mobile hunting setup. These are Hawk climbing sticks with rope instead of straps. I made these for saddle hunting, but then I didn't get into it, so I decided to just stick with just a regular old lock on. I did mod these. I cut these down. These were the ones that had another length. So I cut them to where they fit on the stand a lot better. I only have 3, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I have 3 in just a minute. Alright, here it is. I took it all down to show you. So the stand, you can't buy this stand anywhere. I have made this stand to my liking. Well, I can tell you the brand that it came from. It's a Lone Wolf. It was a Lone Wolf climber, one of the original climbers, and it kind of came out. It kind of came out right here, and then the rest of the teeth kind of came out right there. And I had it, and it was missing some bunch of stuff, and all it was the platform and the seat. A lot of stuff was missing for it, so I decided I was going to try to do something. And when I cut it, it was already in a shape of a lock-on platform, so I decided to cut it down. And I did this not about a year ago, and I just now finished it because there was just a lot of stuff that I've done and then messed up on it, and finally I got everything correct. But a lot of this stuff on here is Lone Wolf related pieces. The platform, this here is 1-inch aluminum bar. That was aluminum. That was a Lone Wolf climbing stick that was broken, and it was missing some stuff too. And I used that. I tried to make it all aluminum. This was originally steel, 1-inch steel. This came off of the thing too. I had another piece that was meant for a Lone Wolf lock on, but I kind of didn't like it too much. The seat, I made this seat. This was old. This was a Nomad turkey pants that I had that didn't fit me no more. And the seat is the top part to that climber. I just cut it down and did all that. This was original. I kept it like this when I first took it apart. And I got the Versa buttons on here. I used to use just one strap with the Versa button, but I kind of didn't do it anymore. And shoot. Sorry about that, I had some problems. But I could not get anybody to weld. I don't know how to weld aluminum. I know how to weld steel, but I don't know how to weld aluminum. So what I did was I had tons of scrap. Should have some pieces laying over here. Yeah, right. I had just scrap aluminum like this laying around, and this came off of that. So I cut it down and I ran some bolts, 2 bolts in through the platform, and then I had some old aluminum angle, and I cut that, and then I ran a bolt that, man, you can really see, that ran through to the bottom. I put 2 aluminum plates to hold it, and it's bolted down real tight. And then this, I drilled and tapped it so that Allen screw can fit down in there without going through. And the same thing I did for Same thing I did for this too. But this was a piece, this angle piece here came off of one of the climber when I was taking it apart. Because I had a lot of scrap stuff when I took stuff apart. A lot of the bolts and stuff came from various junk stands that I had. Now, I tried to make this thing as light as possible. I mean, it's really light. It's really, really light without the sticks. But with the sticks, it's about, it's about close to maybe 17, 18 pounds. It's still really light for what I'm doing. It doesn't really bother me much. Now, I do have to say, when I cut this tree stand down, this thing it's cast aluminum. And it does flex, and I'm a little worried that the flexing on the cast aluminum could snap it way easier than the machined aluminum platforms that they have now. So let's go, now that I'm done looking at this, well actually hold on. The backpack straps, I forgot where I got these from. I think you can get them from military surplus stores and stuff. I don't remember where this one came from. I had this one on a stand before, and I took it off for this. Now the paint job, all I had was tan, black, and brown, and I just dabbed it on there. I need to darken up the tan a little bit better on here, because it's still a lot of tan. So the sticks are the Hawk ones, like I said in the beginning, and I just got rope on here because I heard a lot of people say it's much faster to use the rope to tie on than the strap. So I cut these down too. I modded these too. I had cut these down, and now these are really light. Really, really, really light now. Now that I cut them. But when I cut them, I had to move them a little bit too. You see, they were right there, and I had to move them down. I think I spaced them about 20 inches apart. But that's about it for this. That's my modifications I've done on this. Oh, this one, I forgot. This one here doesn't have the rope. I have, here's this one right here. Here it is. This is the one I was meaning to show you. So I have 3 for a reason. And the reason being is because I only had enough room to hold 3. So what I'd done was, I just had it like this. It gave me enough room. It's a good idea. It's a lot lighter than using cable. The cable ones. It's way better. But yeah, this is my mobile hunting setup. Now I will be making a video later on mobile hunting and why you really don't need to spend almost $600 on one of the new Lone Wolves, or $300 on the XOPs and stuff. You really don't have to spend that much. There's lock-ons that are all aluminum that are really light, that are out there that you can get for cheap. They're older, but they're a lot lighter and a lot smaller, and you won't spend tons of money. Now, you might spend a couple $100 on sticks, but the stand itself really ain't that bad. So, oh, well, this ain't even the end of the video. I have to make a video about the other thing I have too, that I got recently, that I've been trying to find. So, let me get this table cleaned off and I'll show you this one too. Here it is. I bought this last weekend from a yard sale. I've been trying to find one of these. I have the lock on, but this is a Loggy Bayou climber. Now, I've been wanting to have these. I wanted to have one for a very long time, and I could never find one. Now, Facebook Marketplace has them, but I really don't trust Facebook Marketplace for tons of reasons. Because I can't trust people on Facebook Marketplace. Some people sell a lot of junk on Facebook Marketplace. So I got lucky, went to a yard sale, and they had this for 15 bucks. Oh yeah, it's way cheaper than what they had for them on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or anywhere else. Or Craigslist. But this is a Loggy Bayou climber. Like I said, I have the lock on that looks just like this, but it's a lock on. It's a little lighter. That will be in a video soon when I talk about cheap ways you can mobile hunt. So we'll take this thing apart. Now, when I bought this, there is one thing that is different. This piece here is not the original. This is a newer Loggy Bayou top climbing piece for it that you sit on. But I don't really care. Hold on, I gotta get these bungees. I don't really care for it. Alright, now that I got the bungees off, which I'm probably gonna change the bungees to something else. So, this is not original, but it is pretty big. But it's actually not heavy. My dad used to have one of these, and he used to say that he loved them when they came out. They came out with different versions, small, real large ones. The smaller one was the one my dad had, and he said that thing was so light and easy to carry when he was hunting public land a lot back in the day. And it was a nice stand. But that's why I really wanted to get one just like this. Hold on. I'm gonna drop the whole dang on thing. I should have never laid it right there anyways. But here it is. There. It's a little hard to adjust. This is a smaller version though. Well, it was not. I kind of did some modifications this week on it. The one thing is I shortened it up. It was way too long. This was the bigger version. The platform was really, really long. It's still long, but it's really comfortable now. What happened was this stuck out another 2 bars out. And it was so long that when I was carrying it on my back with the straps, after I bought it, it was almost like when I walk, it was almost wanting to hit my knees, the back of my heels. And then if I raised it up too high, it'd have been hitting the back of my head. I didn't like that too much. So I shortened it up, and then when I shortened it up, the seat stuck out about right here. So then I shortened the seat up. What I did was I cut it down, I think about 2 inches, and then moved, drilled new holes up back about an inch and a half. And these pieces here slide. It's really stiff. It's really hard to get up now. Oh, there you go. See, these slide. It kind of gives it more durability. Now, this stand that I do like, it's really easy to get up on a tree. You get it up in the tree. You really don't put this up yet. I'll have to make a video later on how to set this thing up, which they already have some videos on YouTube about it. But it has this steel band that I had to repaint because the paint was gone. It was just completely gone and it was rusted, and then I didn't want to ruin it anymore, so I sanded it and I repainted it, and luckily it still had the rubber piece on the back of the band. It does have a little signs of wear on it, but it's in good condition other than paint loss and everything else. But here's the logo on the seat. Now, there's one thing I have definitely noticed that when I was trying it out in the woods is that this seat is very uncomfortable. It has to 100% have a cushion on it. If not, it's going to hurt. It's very uncomfortable if you sit in it too long. But everything else on it is fine. Now, when you get up in the tree, well, hold on, let me talk about the band. So when the bands slide into here, and there's a little black tab that's on the other side. If you can see right here, you pull it out. When you pull it all the way out, you're supposed to slide it over away from the hole, and then you put the band in there, get it to adjust, and then when you climb up the tree, when you get all the way up, it's mainly, this was actually meant for lock-on or climber. Now, I think when I bought this, the reason why that piece wasn't original, because I think this was actually used for a lock-on. But the way it's used for a lock-on too is the rope. Now this piece here, you get up in the tree and you loosen this you back this all the way out. All the way until you can't see that no more. And it scooch that back a little bit. And this is a hook. You wrap it around the tree with this rope. And you hook it. And then what happens is you pull this and it tightens it. Tightens it around the tree. It cinches it. And then to really tighten it up, you pull this and it pulls the rope tighter to the tree. And then this piece bites into the tree, and it believe me, it ain't going nowhere. It's way tight up against the tree. So, yep, this is the video about this. I wanted to just put both of those stands in the video because that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to be making more videos on the hunting stuff later. I just haven't had enough time to. There's just so much stuff going on. But this is the first video that I made of a hunting related thing, and it's talking about the tree stands. I really do like this climber. They are hard to find. Now, you find them in woods and stuff that people has left years and years ago. We were hunting at a public land one time that we found an old climber that was almost growed into the tree, an old aluminum one. And that thing was just, somebody left it there and never came back for it. But I guarantee it was probably a good spot because it was a mile back from a parking area. So it's probably why nobody found it. But yep, this is the Loggy Bayou climber. Alright, make sure to like and subscribe, and I guess I'll make some more videos when I can. Thanks.